everybody, this is Miss Heather from the Hagerstown Public Library, and it's time for STEAM projects. Alright, and our project for today is called Halloween Density Jar, Spooky Science for Kids. So I've already went ahead and added my ingredients, but I'll still tell you what I put in. So you're going to need some maple syrup, filled about the quarter of the jar up to about here with the syrup, okay? Some water, and I added some orange food dye to make it a little bit more spooky and Halloween. And if you don't have orange, then you can mix red and yellow, your primary colors, and that makes orange. So there's that. And then also just some regular vegetable oil. I'm sure you can use olive oil, just the same. And you fill that up to about the 3/4 of the way part of the jar. And I just used a simple mason jar I had at home. So most everybody has these. Or you could just use a big glass if you have one. So, we've already done all that. Don't need to show you that. So this is about density. And we're going to take these fun, spooky Halloween objects I got at the dollar store up here. And we're going to drop them in and see where they land. So I will show you what I have. I have some spooky mummy army guys. I have a little Halloween skull. I have a part of an eyeball I cut from a random object. And then I have a gobstopper for Halloween candy. So let's see where we go. I want to do the eyeball first. So we're going to drop it in. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Alright. He's sitting there kind of floating on top of the oil. Alright. Remember, oil and water will not combine together. They stay separate. So this is our oil component. This is our water right here where it's got that orange. And then the darker color right here, that's our syrup. And they are not mixing. Okay? Let's try our mummy man. Bombs away. Alright. So he is floating under the eyeball, but he's actually in between the oil and the water. So he's kind of floating in between the two. Okay. We're going to do our gobstopper. See where this guy goes. So let's see here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. He went all the way to the bottom. He's on the maple syrups district. Okay, so he's right down here. And last but not least, I'm going to take a little movement here, move him around. We're going to do the fun Halloween skull. 3, 2, 1. Alright, he just floated on top of the oil. So this is all about density. I'm going to read you some fun science facts about it, okay? So, what is the science behind the density jar, you ask? Water sinks because it's more dense than oil. Just like solids, liquids are made from atoms and molecules, which is fancy science words, which have a certain mass and a certain size. Depending on the mass of the molecules that make up a liquid and how closely they pack together, liquids have their own density. So that's why they have, you can see very distinct layers of the oil, the water, and the maple syrup. So density is just a word we use to describe how much space an object or substances take up. So it's volume. How much is in the cup? So let's see. An object or substance that takes up its volume in relationship to the amount of matter in the object or substance, its mass. Another way to put it is that density is the amount of mass per unit of volume. Lots of heavy science words for this. So if an object is heavy and compact, it is very high in density. The densest objects will descend all the way down to the bottom. So just like the gobstopper, it was the densest of the objects we had. And the less denser objects, what we put in, our mummy man was kind of in the middle. And then we have the eyeball and Mr. Skull in here. The skull is the less of them all. He is the less dense. This, your eyeball object, was just a little bit under the density level. So, the least dense object will be floating at the top. So just like I said, our skull is the least of the dense. Alright. Anything else? that is our fun STEAM virtual project for the spooky season of Halloween, or if you just want to call it spooky season, that's okay. This project here that Miss Julie puts together for us, which is amazing. She finds these awesome projects and then lets me video them for you to be live and watch. They will be on our awesome STEAM cart she's put together for us. It is across from the checkout desk. We also have a few of our projects from the last few weeks that will be on the shelves under that cart that you were able to pick up if you missed the last few weeks of them. This is also going to be put on our Facebook page, and it will be on our YouTube page as well. So come check it out. Thanks for enjoying STEAM with Miss Heather.